on YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. Lil Jon and David Noonebu Terror Read.
Okay, you see it?
Yeah, I see it up top.
All right, it's on the. You see it on YouTube, right? You see it? All right, cool. All right, Truman Carbon Peace in War Times. We are back with another reading. As you can see, it's Lil Jon and David Noonebu Tarot reading, and we're going to dig into um, the strange depths surrounding these particular two artists. This is the most recent one. Um, even R. Kelly, we may throw that in. If not this particular time, huh? What'd you say?
I'm fine. I was just looking for it on the TV so I can mute it.
Oh, okay. Nebo and them and Q say they see it. It's up. All right, so I'm gonna introduce myself. I'll introduce myself so y'all can introduce yourselves and we can jump on into the proceeding.
True peace, kins and friends. My name is Marsha Tabo Unawanet Nupu. I am a female Noonebu. I represent the bone marrow for the Ethiopian race, and I'm glad to be here tonight.
True peace, cans and friends. I'm Nibu Ray Unu Nupu. I am also a Nunabupa as well. Just taking in this information, and I also represent Black and the Nunabu race, and pushing out all this feel of these mysterious deaths that's coming out with these individuals in the industry and outside of the industry. True peace.
All right, so what we're gonna do is start off the first video that was submitted by Nebo, and we're gonna start with that first. Okay, where is it?
Okay.
All right, there we go. Let me share the screen. So if y'all need to make some moves or sounds, just mute your mic so it don't mix in with what you call it. Y'all can just mute your mics.
So much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. We have been speaking with your newsroom over recent weeks, Michael Babcock in particular, about this David Celeste Rivas situation. And it's been a mystery. There's been so many questions regarding this case. And I understand you guys are reporting that David could be in some serious legal trouble. Will you get us up to date, Branson?
Absolutely. I mean, what we're seeing right now is that a grand jury has been hearing evidence from several witnesses, people that are important to the case for the last several weeks. We don't know exactly who they've talked to, but we do know one person that they've talked to. His name is Robert Morgenroth. He's notable because he was David's day-to-day manager. Now, this man essentially knew that Celeste Rivas was missing for some time, and that's what they pressed him about. The prosecutors asked him, why did you not call the police upon this new knowledge that you had? And his response was allegedly, according to sources at the courthouse, that it wasn't his job to do that, and that he was responsible for keeping the tour going. As we know, he was also the tour manager and head of the music label of for David. So there's a lot going on here in terms of this grand jury. And there was also a report last month that said that the grand jury was not an investigative jury, which means that they cannot hand down indictments. But However, TMZ spoke to sources and authorities who say that this grand jury is indeed an investigative jury, and that the prosecutors believe 100% that David has absolutely something to do with this.
Wow.
Can we just give a little recap in case people are watching and just hearing about this story for the first time?
Right, absolutely. I mean, so it's a very, very terrifying and horrendous case. I mean, going back earlier this year when they found David's Tesla abandoned in a field, and inside the Tesla, they unfortunately found the body of Celeste Rivas, 15-year-old Celeste Rivas, and the body was chopped up. It was dismembered, and that's what led everybody down this trail of what happened here. Why is David not being arrested? And then over the course of several months, we learned from authorities that they did find out that David had made an unscheduled trip out to Santa Barbara in the middle of the night, and they investigated that. So that's a big part of this case, and that's probably why these murder charges are looming now, because of this newfound evidence.
Whoa.
When this body was discovered, if memory serves, David was actually on tour. Can you kind of get us updated on what we've heard from him, if anything, and what happened to the tour?
Yeah, so all that we have heard is that David was cooperating in the early stages of this, and then he did have a massive tour. He had a lot of domestic dates left here in the U.S. He was scheduled to go overseas as well, but once this thing started ramping up and the heat started coming down the pipeline, those tour dates were very quickly canceled. His record label, Interscope Records, did drop him from the website and cut all ties with him. We know also that Madden NFL had scheduled to have him inside of the game, one of his songs, and that was also quietly pulled just in the last couple days. So in terms of his music career, we really don't know where that's headed. We don't know what David is doing. His whereabouts currently are unknown, but again, he was cooperative in the beginning, but it's unclear now if he's still cooperating.
Whoa.
All right, so that's just giving a recap about that singer, David, and so we wanted to start off with that. So since it's three of us up here, I don't want this to go super extensive, because I think what I like to do is, you know, I guess we just pull so many cards, and depending on what comes out, it'll let us know if we need to go deeper. So I'm gonna wait and see what happens. So how many cards you want to pull, Noonebu? It's on you. I mean, everybody can pull whatever, but that don't mean all of us gonna have to use the cards, because you may just get a straight up answer. So everybody, just go ahead and do what you're gonna do. Just shuffle your cards, and we'll start with Noonebu. So I can't hear you. Are you saying anything, Noonebu? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Okay.
The question is, was Celeste Rivas David's sacrifice? Ooh, okay. Flip out. Oh. Flip out. Whew. Do one more. Damn, there you go. Okay. Ooh. Okay, the first card,
How many you pull?
5. First card that popped out in the upright is the Java Island card. And it reads, secondary origins, physical birth of 6 ether beings, ape-like man, woman, primitive, wild, curious, learns from watching, trainable, friendly, charming, energetic, carefree, innovative, strong, determined, and okay. In reverse, aggressive, violent, lack patience, cunning, vain, sloppy, and territorial. Okay, so
And that was in reverse or upright?
it was upright. Well, I mean, he from basically he did act out. Now, being that he was someone, whoever did what they did to this underage girl, and they found her in the trunk of his Tesla, was very primitive because she was chopped up, very primitive and wild with it. Very primitive act. Okay. Okay, the second card.
Wait.
Okay. Okay.
You got anything to add to that, Marshall?
I don't.
All right. I think he's talking about. I mean, that's a 6 ether call, so we talk about death and murder.
Yeah.
So that's I see the confirmation when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And it's and also remember that's the monkey and all that come from that. And when you look into the case, there's definitely a lot of monkeying around because first it was they found her, he didn't know what was going on, he was cooperating, and then they quit cooperating, and then next thing you know is other people start coming up, and it's the manager, now it ain't the manager. So it's definitely telling you some monkey business going on in that apartment. All right, go ahead.
Okay. The second card in the reverse is the matter card. Oh, can you see that? Oh, hold on. There we go. Okay. Wife of space, mother of time, universes, orbs, spirits, flesh gods and goddesses, male and female, and all other male, female, neuter gender, consciousness, somethingness. Okay, in reverse, all matter and matters are changing for the worst. Eventual destruction.
It was upright?
No, that was in the reverse.
Oh, okay.
All matters and matters are changing for the worse. Eventual destruction. He's going to get what's coming to him.
Yeah, I think that's talk to me. I see that's talking about her because her being matter was destroyed because it's following a 6 ether death card. So that and it matter is also female. So it's telling you that a female has been destroyed.
Yeah, male and female and all other male, female, neuter gender. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Right. Remember,
Yeah.
Noon matter is basically female, the wife of space. So
And
that's
he acted like
Yeah.
it was his wife, according to the news outlet. The tattoo, the songs that he made. That's what husbands do, stuff like that, you know?
and he was real feminine too with them black fingernail polish and all that
Mm-hmm.
stuff. That
Mm-hmm.
6 ether is mostly dominated by the female part of 6 ether, which Leviathan and stuff is, and that's why most of these men are feminine either outwardly or they doing stuff behind the scenes, and the females become more dominant and more masculine. All right, go ahead, Noonebu.
Okay, now this is the first time I ever got this reading. This is a left challenge. Well, let me see. Left challenge.
Yeah, when it's left,
Hold up. Yeah, it's
go ahead.
yeah, it's a left challenge. So let me see. Write their name down. Depending on if a card falls sideways to the left with its upright side facing the left, that is the negative the negative sending direction. This means the card in the challenge will possibly fail. Okay, and the card that did fall, which is the left challenge, is the Zubaha card.
Another mankind card.
Huh?
Right?
No, it was the upright left side challenge.
Okay.
The brain newt gods and nerves, goddesses of primates, mammals, reptiles, etc., of non-African races called mankind. These powers do not reason in circles of these species. They think linear, in a line. This card is bound by the six senses: touch, taste, smell, see, hear, and think. Spirituality is interpreted and seen through these straight line experiences. This card gives all the wrong answers to solve problems. In fact, it makes it worse. Okay.
It's still monkey business in there with the primates,
Yeah.
so that's
Yeah.
confirmed.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, sure. Yeah, yeah. All right.
And it's saying also that whatever they was doing and thinking they was, they was gonna get away with it, they made problems.
You said they made what?
They caught. Remember, it don't give them the right answers to solve problems.
Yeah.
So we know that this girl was killed, and some kind of way he was trying to look like he was innocent because he was on tour when they found the body.
Yeah. So
And
someone else was involved.
right.
Right.
Go ahead.
His best friend, that Oriental guy, was recently forced to show up and go to court. So it's bigger than David. It has to do with mankind is involved with this girl's death. Everything's not on David. That's how I'm looking at it.
Right.
Yeah.
It's when this is a sacrifice, which we know
Yeah.
it is. Whatever was going on didn't go right.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's they trying to find who they can
Pin it on a scapegoat.
The same way they tried to set Tory up.
Yep.
And it didn't go all the way right.
Nope.
So he ended up being in jail instead of being, unalive. Because this is what they're doing. Usually, some go on, they follow through with whatever it is. Somebody end up dead, the person goes on to get more and more and more help in whatever they're trying to do. But something went wrong here. And we see that with the breakdown of the we see that in the breakdown of the case, because they, like I said, the dude appears to be innocent, now he's guilty, then he's innocent, he's cooperating, now they're trying to get the manager and all this old stuff like that. All right, what's the next one?
Okay, the next card that's in the upright is the Noonebu Ha card. God and goddess of brains and nerves everywhere when the top half haven't existed. African race received their intelligence and perception from these gods, the ability to reason and see and solve mental problems that can blind the visual eyes. Nubuhu speaks words of power, and Nubaha gives the visions to be spoken in unison. This card helps the serious individual escape traps that are set by negative forces, spirits, pantheons, and religions. This is the confirmation card for Utah and Marshall. Yep, monkey business. That's all on this. And any additions? Huh? Any additions?
I get. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I get from that, since he lawyered up, and he's trying to get to the bottom of this. He needs somebody to be a mouthpiece that can, represent and reason right on his behalf. So that's what I get out of it. Like he's going out to seek help.
Yeah,
It's gotten to that point for him.
Yeah, and the lawyer. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
I get out of that they're gonna fix it, because what the card that came out before Nubuhu was what?
It was the
mankind.
mankind. Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
So it was the counter part.
Right.
So that means that Nubuhu and Nubar represent that justice is finna be given. The wrong's finna be righted. They finna right the wrong in this case and find who's the guilty party, because she was killed. They didn't find her with her body intact, like she, died of some kind of natural causes. She was dismembered. So that means wrong was committed. Now we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Right. That's why he lawyered up.
And the lawyer that he's supposed to have lawyered up with is the lawyer that served on the case with Travis Scott doing that Astroworld sacrifice.
So that means he's the lawyer. He's the sacrifice. He's a sacrifice lawyer.
Yep. All them people died.
Yeah, these are lawyers of the gods of death. That's how they keep a job, because of that industry is laced with this type of foolishness.
Yep. Okay. That was a good read. Okay, the last card, also the left challenge, is in the upright is the Lepu Buna card. Balance, very quiet, fairness, naturally secretive, empath, strong intellect, teacher, sudden wealth, stops arguments, expansiveness, virtuous, studies occult knowledge. Okay, in reverse, it's codependent on others, opposition, prejudice, not recognized, far work done. Oh, I'm sorry, not recognized for work done, trauma from rejection. That was like a
we have a young lady who lost her life.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to remember that's a teenage card.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's a young girl on that
yeah.
card.
Yeah. And it was the young girl that was dismembered.
Right. It's confirming that we talking about
Yeah.
her.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's the confirmation.
Yeah. That ends my reading.
You wanted to add on to that, D?
I could pull two. I'll pull two.
Because we know she was done, but it's not saying if. So we know she was sacrificed. I think the question should be re-asked again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I guess Marshall, you could do that. Ask is he behind it, or whatever? How you think it should be asked? We know she was a sacrifice. That's
Yeah.
a fact.
Yeah.
What's her name again?
Celeste Rivas.
Is David behind the death of Celeste Rivas? Does he have anything to do with it? I got the brain of the universe card in the upright.
And that's okay. And the brain is
Personal creator and God of the person. Controlled by reasoning and thinking, motion, intelligence, judgment, behavior, morals, memory, reading, knowledge, positive brain matter. In reverse, it's descending reasoning, animal instincts, ignorance, low morals, negative brain matter.
That's the planet of Mercury.
You can see a young lady at the bottom of this card.
So Auntie Mary is in the building.
That's a young lady right there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on for a second. Okay. You say what's her name? Celeste what?
Rivas. Rivas.
R-E-V.
R-I-V-A-S.
R-E-V.
I-V.
R-E-V.
I-V-A-S.
R-I-V-A-S. Okay.
Yes.
I'm trying to see. What's September 7th zodiac sign?
Virgo.
Mm-hmm.
Virgo.
Okay, so that's the card you got. Because brain is the opposite. Because he got the Virgo female at the bottom. So Celeste is Virgo. All right, so you asked so it's confirming that we talking about her again. That's why I went to the zodiac, because David's zodiac sign is an Aries. These are Aries.
The next card I got in the upright, Saturnus Saturn Karma card. In the upright.
Not good. Not good.
Kindred law, blood lineage, actions affect the whole race. Karma, bad judgment. Dharma, positive judgment. Pleasure and pain laws, penalties, unity, affinity, relativity, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Responsibilities, boundaries, universal laws that govern humans. Restrictions, discipline, patience, persistence. Saturn return.
Karma.
I mean, that's really horrible, because the Virgo card came out and she was basically sacrificed. That's what the virgins was done back in ancient times.
Mm-hmm.
Sacrifice the virgin. So that's telling you she was sacrificed. but it's look like it's a form of karma. And we know that Saturn has a negative side, which all the orbs do. So we know that they all sacrifice to these planets via the spirit forces that emanate from them on the negative side. So, you know, I guess it could be something from a past life, maybe, because she was young. We don't know. Maybe she did. Maybe she took a life in this life. Maybe she didn't. Maybe it's something she did in the past life and it caught up to her in this life. Because you got the brain, which is Virgo in the zodiac, and karma. So that means she got some kind of karma. So the question still remains: somebody still killed her though.
Right.
So let me. I mean, you want to add or ask any more? The same thing.
I'm good with that. I'm good. I was just gonna pull 2.
All right. So let me see here. I'm gonna. Can y'all see that?
It's a dark screen.
Yeah.
You see my hands?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think I'm gonna ask. Did Dave? Should I ask? Did David do it, or because we still didn't get that answer? Because we don't know. We just know he was on tour, but that don't mean it was he didn't do it or participate. Let me see. Did David participate in the unaliving of Celeste with
Rivas.
David participated in the unaliving date of Celeste Rivas. It's 2 that came out. I'm gonna take that one. Do one more. Yeah, we can close this one out. Whoa. Okay. All right, so we got 3. So we got the first one is we got the world card at the bottom of the deck and upright. So we got the first one is 6, 7, 8. The 8 of Swords and upright. So we can see that that's a female.
Again.
Blindfolded with knives, and she was cut up.
Yep.
Horrible.
Yeah.
It says feeling trapped, restricted, back into a corner, hands tied, victimized, paralyzed by fear and terror, anxiety, feeling pressure, hopeless, helpless, powerless, silenced, crisis. So that's what happened to her. That's horrible. Let me see. What's the zodiac sign for the 8 of Swords? Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. And her zodiac sign was what again?
Virgo.
Okay, a Virgo. All right. So we got that. So let me see. So let's get to the next one. The next one is the Magician card in the reverse.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So we know the Magician deals with magic.
Mm.
We know that. We know that magic is a part of the rituals.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it says manipulation, cunning, trickery, wasted talent, illusion, and deception. And that's pretty much what, because David is the talent. So they're saying he don't wasted talent. Let me see. What is the zodiac sign of the Magician tarot card? And look at that. Let me see. I don't know if y'all can see that. It says the Magician zodiac is Gemini and Virgo.
Mm.
That's the zodiac sign for the Magician card. So she got manipulated and tricked in an illusion and deception. So we got two cards because this is the Magician. She was used part of the magic for David to get where he was going. They had to do magic on her. She got tricked. And we know from watching the case that her parents knew she was with this dude.
Yeah, her mother, yep.
So her mother them knew it. So now we got the Ace of Swords. Look, another knife. That's a big sword. And the hand is white. We know that represents ghosts. It's 3 ether. And it's in the upright. It said new ideas, new plans, intellectual ability, victory, success, mental clarity, clear thinking, breakthroughs, ability to concentrate, communication, realizing the truth, vision, force, and focus. So that's basically saying this case finna get solved. That's what it's saying. What is the zodiac sign for the Ace of Swords? What is the zodiac sign for the Ace of Swords? Why I didn't hear what I said. Ace of Swords. What you doing? The Ace of Swords is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. That's the zodiac signs associated with that. So it's still not saying that he's implicated. And it leaves, it could be the manager.
Exactly.
But we know over and over and all, it's the record label in general, because I think he's on Interscope Records, so is Tupac and a lot of other rappers. So Interscope really is the problem when you really look at it, because that's who they have to assign these things to happen. So it's not implicating that, but we know that she was a sacrifice. That's for sure. She was all over this reading, and she got tricked and had too many knives and showed up in the Magician. So that was nice. That was nice. So let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. All right. And I wanted to break something down as well after we get through the first couple of seconds. I put it in the description, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play this. Hold on.
Yo, what's good, everybody? Today we're covering the strange passing of Little John's son that happened on the 6th of February. As I often discuss on my channel, having longevity in the entertainment business comes at a cost. Most of the time, entertainers take a deal or bargain along the journey, and at some point, they experience the drawbacks of that very bargain.
My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed. My mama was sacrificed.
So you see this here called Faustian bargain. All right, so we're going to go into that in a second.
I just discussed this recently on my latest video.
All right, so now when you get into the Faustian bargain, that's what it's called. All right, so I put this in the description under the video. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull it up. I want the people to be able to see it. So let me go to my channel. We'll come back to this. All right, so let me go down. All right, so let me stop sharing this for one moment, y'all, and we're gonna jump back over here because it's important. You know, these particular way we do readings, we like to go into history as well. Okay, there we go. Let me know when y'all can see that.
I can see it.
Yeah.
All right, let me get to where I was at. Oh, okay, hold on. All right, so it says, visit Find Our News and Noonebu.com. We should do a reading about what's called the Faustian Music Contract. A Faustian bargain, often associated with the character Faust, involves a person sacrificing something of great moral or spiritual value, like their soul, in exchange for worldly benefits such as knowledge, power, or wealth. This concept serves as a cautionary tale about the dangers of compromising one's values for immediate gain. Capital, what is it? Capital lid, D's and online. All right. Definition of a Faustian contract. A Faustian contract, often refers to as a Faustian bargain, is an agreement where a person sacrifices something of great moral spiritual value, such as their soul or integrity, in exchange for worldly benefits like knowledge, power, or wealth. This concept originates from the legend of Faust, a character who makes a pact with the devil, typically represented by Mephistopheles. Mephistopheles does not have direct equivalent. So I asked, this is what I got from the AI, but I asked what was Mephistopheles, I think Greek, Roman, and Egyptian counterpart. So Mephistopheles does not have a direct equivalent in Roman, Greek, or Egyptian mythology, as he is a unique character from German folklore, specifically the Faust legend. However, he can be loosely compared to figures like Hades in Greek mythology, who rules the what?
Industry.
No, you see, I just covered it. He who rules the what?
The underworld.
Or the god Pluto, is both associated with the themes of what? Death and afterlife. Greek equivalent, the Greek name Mephistopheles does not have a specific Greek equivalent. He embodies the characteristics of various mythological figures such as Hades, the god of the underworld, and look, what's this one?
Hermes. Hermes. Yep.
See?
This is serious.
There you go,
Yeah.
see? That's Tahuti. Egyptian equivalent. Egyptian name in Egyptian mythology, Mephistopheles can be compared to, look, to who?
Anubis.
Anubis.
Anubis. Uh-oh. All the underworld.
See?
Yep.
The god associated with
All the
mummification
underworld.
and the afterlife. Both figures deal with souls, although their roles and characteristics differ significantly, end quote. In Noon science, Hermes, Pluto, Animus are names of Tahuti, the moon god, and Pluto also used the name Animus is Osiris, the ruler of the underworld. This is why there's so much death in the entertainment world, specifically, but limited to, I meant to put, but not limited to just that place. The moon god of ancient times, known by various names like Yahweh, Thoth, Hermes, Mercury, Sin, Ogun, Siva, Shiva, Elohim, which is the plural of Elo, Java, Lord, etc. Jehovah is the moon god in the style, meaning the nature of the Caucasian race, who people call God or ghost god today, is the underworld god of ancient times, known by different names like Osiris, Yama, Anubis, Ghost, Dis, Deuce, Pluto, Lord, etc. Pluto, ghost god, is the underworld god in the style, the nature of the Caucasian race. Nature Book 1, page 224. So this is giving a nice background of what they're doing when they talk about they sell their soul. Because we know in Noon, the soul is body extension of the mind, which is the soul. So when they say sell your soul, it's your whole being, your mind and your physical and whatever come out of it. That means children, relatives, all of that stuff is a part of it. Because why? Because the nature books explains that one person is representative of his whole race. Nature sees it as one individual. So when one person decides to kill somebody for fame, it's the same as being killed in a sense. But it's them manipulating that rule of kindred law. But they still got to pay eventually for that, because you the one who benefit. Remember, I told y'all they in their cult, they have scapegoat doctrine, like Afrunu said, which is one person becomes Jesus or the scapegoat, and the one that set them up becomes the resurrection of them dying for them. The same way Christians, all of them say Jesus died for them so they can be happy and all that. When you look at all these millionaires and these people on these award shows, and they say, I like to thank God, I want to thank Jesus, I want to this, that, and the third. If it wasn't for, this, I wouldn't be here. I sacrificed a lot to get here. Now we know what they really talking about. They sacrificed others.
Mm-hmm.
It's showing you that the gods, that the occult are following and worshiping is the same one the religious ones are following. All right, so let's get back to this, and we'll jump back into the proceedings. All right, so we did that part. Let me go move this up to 3 minutes and 52 seconds. All right, y'all can see it?
Yeah.
All right.
For himself like his father. Unfortunately, we don't know what goes on in these people's personal lives, and when it comes to Nathan, he was reported missing on February 3rd after being seen leaving his Milton home, only to be found 3 days later in a Georgia Park pond in Milton near the family's home. Local police department cites no foul play, but it's definitely a pretty strange situation. Looking at the missing persons report from the Milton Police Department, the photos used show a version of Nathan that doesn't appear to be in the best state, at least compared to previous photos you could see online. It also mentions that he was seen running from his home, so you have to wonder, what was he running from? Only to end up found deceased in a local pond. It makes you really wonder what they're going to cite as the cause of death when that time comes. Because of the no foul play and the suspicious nature, there's a possibility it'll be labeled as something that the numbers point to in his gematria. Now, I'm not saying that for a fact, but it could be a possible thing to hear in later developments. Without further ado, let's get into the numbers and see what we can find and if anything stands out. And spoiler alert, something almost always does. The first thing I noticed was that his son died at 27, a number tied to death, particularly from the infamous 27 Club. Plus, in gematria, the word ritual equates to 27, and so does Lil Jon, the father of Nathan Smith. Speaking of the number 27, notice that when you spell it out, his age of death, it equates to 46, matching his name and the word sacrifice, a number we'll touch on in just a second. As I mentioned earlier, a long career in Hollywood must come with sacrifice, and the sacrifice comes in many shapes and forms, but one of the harshest is when it's someone close to the entertainer that's gotta go. Sometimes it happens early in their career, other times later, but it's always waiting around the corner, and it's almost always by the numbers. Notice Nathan Smith and Sacrifice are a 3-for-3 match in the 4-base ciphers. The number 62 also aligns with Faustian bargain, and that's exactly what I'm alluding to as part of Lil Jon's deal for sustained relevancy in the music business. Plus, Nathan was found deceased on a date that can also be written as 6/2 like the number 62. He was living and died in Milton, Georgia, which equates to 206, and numerology, zeros are null, leaving us with the number 26, matching how we would write the date in North America that he died as 2/6. Note Milton, Georgia and ritual sacrifice both equate to 73 in the reduction cipher. The news of Lil Jon's dead son broke on 2/6, which is the 37th day of the year, aligning with dead son in Georgia where he was found. The news also broke 20 days after Lil Jon's recent birthday. The word death equates to 20 in the reduction cipher.
All right, so that was just a little something. I don't want to use too much of the person video, but I showed it in there. So if you want to look at the rest of it or check out his channel, there you go. All right, so that is laying the foundation. And so we're going to ask the question, was that young man, Nathan, was he sacrificed? Right. That's what we want to know. Was he a sacrifice? Okay, fail. All right, so let's get to it. Let's see, was Nathan a sacrifice? Will John sacrifice his son? Was his son a sacrifice? Was his son a sacrifice? Whoa. 1, 2. Noonebu, give me Lil Jon and his son zodiac sign.
Oh.
Take it. Okay, that one jumped out. Okay, that's crazy because I had just got the lovers card. I didn't take it. Where is that? I didn't take it. But then another one came out. So I just pulled 3 and look at the card. Look at what's card at the bottom of the deck.
Lil Jon is a Capricorn, January 17th, 1971.
All right, so just keep that in mind. Remember, that's the death card is at the bottom of the deck. All right, so we're gonna look at the first one. The first one is the Hierophant. What's this? What is this? Lil Jon is a Capricorn. What is his son's zodiac sign?
I'm gonna look that up.
All right, so we got the Hierophant upright, right? Sorry. And it's a man sitting on a throne. The Hierophant is like the spiritual, like a priest and all that religious type of thing. You can see 2 bald-headed men that's at the bottom while he's sitting at the top. And you know, most of these were people you seen in the old Roman movies where they have hair around the side, but it'd be bald at the top. I said traditional institution, traditional values, conventional, conformity, marriage, commitment, religion, beliefs, knowledge, sharing, social groups, education, knowledge, and beliefs. Did you get the sun's zodiac sign?
I'm looking it up. Hold on. What is
What was his name?
Nathan Smith?
The Hierophant zodiac sign. I can see that. I said the Hierophant.
Nathan Smith.
The Hierophant zodiac sign.
His hold up, time of his past. What?
He was a Libra.
Okay. All right. So the Hierophant is zodiac sign is the Taurus. All right. So that's the first one. Okay. So the next one is the Five of Swords on the upright. So if you look at it, you can see it's a man holding 3 swords, 2 on the ground, and some people walking away from a battle. All right. So the first card is religious, because we already know that this stuff is a cult, but it's not saying that, but we know a cult is a form of religion. All right. And it has tradition, institutions. We know that Lil Jon is in an institution called the music industry.
Mm-hmm.
That's an institution.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Here it says defeat, surrender, change, walking away. Look, self-sacrifice, self-sabotaging behavior, underhanded behavior, deception, lack of communication, aggression, bullying, and intimidation. So that means that this person was going through that in this institution under a Hierophant. A Hierophant, if you're talking about then the occult, meaning it had to be somebody high up in the industry. Let me see. Let me see something.
What came up?
Right. So I'm gonna go to the third one is the 2 of Cups, and then the cups represent water.
And that's where he died.
Right, he died in water. There's 2 people holding, giving each other their cup, and he got the Tahuti Sikh medical symbol in the middle, and then we have a lion with wings.
And the word yes.
And you got the word yes. I think this is Venus
And love is
and the Cancer, which is represented by Venus and the moon. And they got love at the top, which we know that he was a loved one of somebody, but it's 2 people here. And like you said, it's 2 snakes. And we know snakes also represent poison, as well as you can get healing out of that. And Lil Jon was he's supposed to be a Muslim. I don't know which.
Well,
yeah, I think he's according to these pictures here, he looks like he's a Sunni Muslim. Let me see. It's too bright for y'all.
okay.
Okay. Yeah.
That's news to me.
Yeah.
Because see, they can run to these religions, and these religions allow them to be filthy. They can make all this crunk music, what he was doing, talk about sex and B.I. and all this crap.
All in the club with Usher.
All of that. You
Yeah.
can do all the same thing with Ice Cube. Ice Cube is a Muslim, but look at all the type of music and stuff he made. How does that make sense?
Yeah.
These religions are covers.
Yeah.
I told you the religions are a lighter version of what the people that they sacrifice and their loved ones to for the same riches. That's why TD Jakes can do all these filthy things and get more money and more followers. All right.
I have a question. Okay. Kim Marshall, you said Libra. It's showing that he was born in the zodiac Aquarius or Capricorn, dependent on his specific birth date in 1998, with the majority of the year falling under Aquarius.
Okay.
But they don't give his exactly birth date. It's like they trying to leave that
Yeah,
part
they
out.
just give his the how old he was when he died.
Mm-hmm.
She died this year, right? Yeah, so
Yeah, it was this
27
year.
years ago, put him, 98, but yeah, it's hard to, like you said, it's hard to tell.
Because I got Nathan Smith, DJ Young Slade, son of rapper Little John, was a Libra. He was a 27-year-old musician and DJ who was tragically laid to rest in February 2026. It just says zodiac sign Libra.
What his last name is? Johnson?
No, Smith.
Smith,
Okay.
a.k.a. DJ Young Slade.
Yeah, that's him. Yeah. I don't know what.
Nathan Smith.
Yeah, they're not really saying.
Hold on.
Yeah, he definitely was. So he was saying a hierophant, like I said, that can represent a religious person, a cult leader, some kind of teacher, and they got a belief system. And then there was a battle, but it represented, which is the Five of Swords represent defeat, surrender, change, walking away. And then it ended, then it had two people here. And like I said, at the bottom of the deck is the death card and upright. There's Pluto symbol and Scorpio. And it says spiritual transformation, new beginnings, letting go, endings, change, transition, sudden or unexpected upheaval, endings, and release. And that's exactly what happened because it came out of nowhere.
And it looks like appears to look like he wasn't in his right state due to the bald head and the walking and wandering around. And Pluto does that to people. They, it takes you off track and puts you in another zone mentally.
What is the zodiac sign of the Death Tarot card?
Oh, wow.
Okay, Scorpio rules the Death Tarot card. So we know there's definitely he got took out of here. The next card after that is the Seven of Pentacles, and it's called making investments. So we know that people is money made when an artist dies or somebody else they is connected to, and I'm pretty sure he had insurance on his son. And it says here things coming to fruition, hard work, paying off, harvest, rewards, profits, results, payouts, manifestation of ideas or goals, inheritance, cultivation, growing, gestation, and nurturing. Sick.
Somebody's pockets was lined.
And that was the seven of Pentacles. And it's right back to a Taurus again. So I don't know. That Taurus keep popping up. But we know Venus represent money too. Venus
Mm-hmm.
the monetary
Yeah.
system. So he definitely will sacrifice for fame and money, because that's what they do. When they fall off and they want to come back,
Yeah.
do certain things. You know that 27 is true. That's a 27 club. I think that happened to Kurt Cobain. Now they saying that he didn't kill himself, he was killed.
Yeah.
That moon eye energy, that money.
So we know that Epstein was doing the same thing, though. For those who understand about the occult, these people are not just randomly picking kids. They studying them. They know what their birth dates are and all this stuff, and then they make it happen. But it's starting to work. It's not working for them anymore, and that's why it's crumbling and coming out. So that's what I got for that. I don't know if y'all want to add on or try to get more deeper into that.
I mean, I pulled like 3 cards to confirm what you're talking about.
All right. So you keeping it the same question, or you gonna alter?
Yeah, because it was more attachments to the young man's death. It was another person that was mentioned, and I mean, you know, it just can't be he walked over there and did it to himself.
Right.
Like just walked in the water.
Right, because it's showing more than one person in this. Like it was a battle. That means it was a struggle.
Yeah.
And somebody did that for him.
That's why he was running frantically.
Right. They said he ran out of his house, so somebody was coming to get him to fulfill that order that allegedly his father put on him. It was a struggle, but how you gonna say it wasn't no foul play with that? Because the cops is in on it too. They all in on it.
It's strategically done.
Right.
Yeah.
And the police is an institution. They all work together, just like they said Jigga paid off certain individuals not to protest according to that email they put out. We know that Diddy paid off the LA cops when Lil Rod said he shot that boy in a studio in Cali, and the police came, took pictures, and didn't report nothing.
No.
So these are institutions.
Yes, they are not only institutions, but they are their own secret societies.
Right.
Fraternities.
All right, go ahead, Lee.
Okay, I got the universe bone marrow card in reverse. Zentu and Zentar in the upright. And commandment law number 1 card. That's serious right there. Okay. This came up in reverse. The bone marrow.
Right, that's Aries.
Supports life. Fights off illness and infections. Strength generator. Heals and seals wounds. In reverse, leadership, war, courage, energy, passionate, aggressive, explosive temper, competitive, ambitious, generous builder.
Yeah, that supports my 5 of Sword card, because that was a fight. That was a battle. It supports that. It was fighting. He was fighting. He was fighting for his life.
Aggressive, explosive temper.
Right. He was fighting for his life.
Okay, that was in the reverse. The next one is Zentu and Zentar in the upright.
Yeah, those are colony cards. That's institutions right there. That's a hive mind, because you see the bee hive in the back. There's a queen. There's a ruler.
These bring new gods and goddesses who are responsible for all reproductive organs in animals, mammals, insects, reptiles, and mankind from the Java Island and the volcanoes underneath. These are colony-driven powers as well as reproductive aggressive powers that promote conception, life, birth, money, spiritually, economically, etc. Similar to its countercard, this card in reverse is the stoppage of its positive powers. So we see the word money in there.
Mm-hmm. That follows the 7 of Pentacles.
Aggressive powers. Life and birth. There was life and birth for someone when that man lost his life.
Right.
Somebody got lit after that.
Right. It's a rebirth for Lil Jon. Watch stuff
Mm-hmm.
happening for him. That
Mm-hmm.
called the Hierophant in the 7 of Pentacles because that's a colony card.
Mm-hmm.
A
Industry.
fraternity. And just like fraternities, you got a lot of Masons that use the B and as part of their symbols that work together, colonies, societies, all of that. It's Masonry and all this other higher level stuff. So yeah, it's supporting institutions and all of that, and the money, because they make money too, is more than the lesser ones that set people up. Go ahead.
Right. And the last one is commandment law number 1 in the upright. Listen to reason. We now shall go to other commandments. Do for others what you would want done for self, the same way each time that conditions are the same. This law teaches us not to be selfish, but kind and helpful to others in need. Minimize your sensual pleasures by maximizing your vigilance and resistance of temptation. Too late for that. The same way each time that conditions are the same. This law was definitely broken.
Yep, he didn't. Yeah,
Yep.
he didn't follow that, or and neither did the people who took him out of here.
Mm-hmm.
He broke that law. All of them broke that law. They do stuff to you that they don't want done to them.
Yep. Because they're cowards.
Yep.
Which is law number 2. Do nothing for nothing to others you don't want done for them.
Exactly.
So they breaking law number 1 breaks law number 2.
Automatically. And you can't follow the first 2. You can't follow any of them. You're in trouble. That's the blanket right there.
All right. Let me see.
So yeah, I piggybacked off of yours. It's sacrifice.
Yeah, that I think that was good. It was extensive. I know it was gonna run about an hour. That's why I want to try to be aware of how many cards we do in these things. But it's hard not to go, since you got 3 readers online. Everybody got to do their thing. All right, so yeah, that's what I got. What card you got at the bottom of the deck?
As a whole or each section?
Each section.
Okay, on the flip side, up under the bone marrow in reverse, I have in reverse good and bad spirit never been caught card. Kagatho demons, original spirit gods and goddesses, sovereign, helps and harms persons, places and things, controls masses of people, creates science, philosophies, pantheons, religions, occult orders, Masonic orders, cults. They've existed since the beginning of creation. They control the powers of nature, earth, wind, fire, and water. Divine powers, regardless of actions they commit in the world. Arms of the one supreme being. Divine powers, regardless of what they commit. This is powerful.
Right.
They took them out. You see cult and all of that stuff in here. Religion.
Yep.
Occult orders. Masonic orders.
Hey. Kaboom.
Yeah, that's confirmation right there.
Yep.
Underneath the Zentu and Zentaur card in the upright is the universe bladder card in the upright.
Nobody was a Capricorn, right? That was the last one, right? That was the last.
Yeah. Water powers, that's where he died. Storage powers, waste release, expansion, messenger, protector, barrier. In reverse, uncontrollable growth, infection, inflammation, burning mentally, spiritually, and physically, bloody bacteria.
Mm.
So yeah, water
There was
power.
a message sent. And the
Yeah,
last card underneath the commandment law number 1, universe lung card. This is not good.
yeah, he
In the
drowned.
upright. The lung card in the upright.
Yeah, he drowned.
Yep,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I was thinking. Flow, detect movements, increase adjustments of life, mentally, spiritually, and physically, economically. Balance toxic situations. In reverse, open to enemies, many predators, creative, intuitive, moody, caring, nurturing, clingy, emotional, loyal, protective, resentful, and tender. So it says flow. His flow stopped.
Mm.
Increase adjustments of life.
Yeah, because his father got a rebirth. We just ain't
Mm-hmm.
seen what it was yet. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna, because they said he's supposed to perform at the Super Bowl, but this happened and that changed it. But that's how they do. Remember, these gods of the underworld, the payment plan got to come in first.
Mm-hmm. Then you get the reward. Yep.
Yeah.
So you got to get them something first, and
Then he
then
got
they
to
gonna hook you up.
line them up.
So something gonna happen.
We'll see Little John on one of those shows.
Mm-hmm.
The Voice or something, over there where the people want to come on and be a star. Because everybody go over there. Now unless he gonna take over for what's his name on Family Feud? Your boy, Steve Harvey. He gonna be somewhere, watch. They gonna put him somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Even if it's a beer commercial, we gonna see him. True peace, Kens. It was real.
Yep, we out of here.
Yep.
True peace.
Yep. Real peace.
It'd be something. It'd be something.